Hey! It is Super Sticker Super Chat, 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 Super Sticker Super Chat. Thank you so much, Arcade Revolution. Yes, clicking that like button, sharing it out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat. Hey, you. Thank you. Thank you so much for that Super Sticker Super Chat. Thank you.
Do appreciate it. Thank you so very much for pulling the blanket off the budget cage so early. And yes, Grant, I get the message loud and clear. And same to Red Monkey Trucking, who never put me into it at all. Just continue clapping. There you go. Oh, no, after balance it out, but I seen where this all went first. Thank you very much. It's good to have so many people on your side. Good to see you all. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome. Great little bit of information to talk to about tonight, folks, and definitely looking forward to chat with you all. Great to see you all in the house. Our numbers went absolutely psychotic. Literally, we lost, took away all of our views, and we went down from 28 to 0 back up to 14 of people in the chat. All over the place. YouTube could be glitching. It happens. And some that might not want me to talk about what's talking about tonight. Be aware, if you play with the numbers, I'm just going to come back on and talk about it all over again because that's just the way I roll. So there you go. Without further ado, probably something else if you hate what we do. You're really going to not like what Xenia does. So knock them dead. Give it to them.
Arcade Revolution, number one fan tonight. Thank you so much tonight and always. Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat. Thank you so much, Arcade Revolution. Thank you. Number one fan tonight. Look at him. Arcade Revolution right there. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Do appreciate it, man. You really want that blanket off the budget cage, and you have done it and then some. So hats off to you on that. Great to see you all. So many fantastic folks in the house. And folks, if you can help us let more know that's going on, hit the like button, tweet it out, tell friends, all that good stuff. This is, yes, about a big YouTuber, but it also pertains to all of us, folks. A really big message in all of it. So let everybody know, folks, the more the merrier. The more people, the better the conversation. Oh, my God almighty. You are crazy, Arcade Revolution. You're doing it. Oh, my God. Seriously, Grant. Seriously, you can't even pretend to make a balance.
Thank you so much. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Now, Bacchus, on the other hand, 3 and 3. And Red
Thank
Monkey
you
is
so much,
3.
Arcade Revolution. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And if we still didn't scare you off with our Super Sticker Super Chat, well, hello and welcome. And I want to welcome Crafter and Coder and Western Canada channel. Hello and welcome here, as well as all the newcomers just coming in as well. Paul Len 01 as well. And a special thank you to Outdoorsy Girl, who brought in Western Canada channel. So a special shout out to Western Canada channel and Outdoorsy Girl.
Grant's finally balancing them out. 256 Xenias to 7 Andrews, and the last one he put 2 and 2. There you go.
That's right. If you remember, you have access to our members-only custom emojis right there with the clapping hands or covering ears. You can choose the one that you like the best.
That's right. Yeah, she's not leading you towards anything.
Like Pixel Master Kira here, who hopefully feels much better today than yesterday.
Sorry for laughing.
Better and better with every Super Sticker Super Chat. Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat, Super Sticker Super Chat. You are so cool, Pixel Master Kira. You are so cool. There you go. Lovely beginning, guys, of this live stream. And thank you so much for voting with emojis for Andrew or me.
A big thank you to Bacchus and Red Monkey Trucking. And screw you, Grant.
Hey, come on now.
He put all of them to one of me. He couldn't have made it any more unbalanced. He was sending a message to me. I know the way Grant and Janet think.
Be nice to our viewers here.
It's because Grant's the same way as me. If something makes him miserable, if he knows it'll make somebody else 3% more miserable, he's all in. That's just the way. Because
Grant is super grunchy usually. Yeah,
he is. Yeah, Grant. The foul language.
Now, Crafter and Coder is wondering and probably completely perplexed. Is this channel about helping other YouTubers. Guess what? It is.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
a bit of everything.
It's a bit of
hodgepodge.
everything. It's a bit of entertainment with a dab of education. Some live streams of ours, and we're here every day. Live streaming are more to the entertainment side. Some are more education, and today is going to be a little
Thanks for
bit
the lip
of
script.
both. You can see the description down below and see what exactly we're talking today. So stick around, and
God,
there you go. There you go.
Let's go.
Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super
Cover
chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much, Arcade Revolution. Yes, click that like button, share it out, reminding all of us. Thank you so much. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Arcade Revolution. And Grant is really sending the hieroglyphics out tonight. Thanks. I'm reading the message loud and clear, loud and clear. Yes, folks, please hit the like button, tweet it out, tell friends, all that good stuff. The number just jumped back again. Has anybody just been buffered out because it literally dropped like crazy? I don't know what is going on in here. I don't know. But nonetheless, it could be YouTube. It could be the old bot camp. Who knows? Could be a bit of both. That's possible. But like I say, nonetheless, if we don't get a good push onto it, we'll just come back and do it again and again and again. That's right, folks. We're around. We ain't going anywhere. There you go. Computer Chick Productions. How you doing, poor Andrew? Thank you so much. Computer Chick Productions. Always good to have somebody that has my back. Thank you so very much for that. On my little lonely island, instead of watching her go.
And the first tip of the night, Craft Encoder has come in from the Discord server. So guys,
cool.
when we always talk about sharing it everywhere you possibly can, this is one of those examples. We have a viewer here, Crafter Encoder from Discord, where we just shared our live stream.
That's right. That is very cool. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Glad you come check us out. Mr. Boom is in the house. Farm all fanatic.
You gotta cover your ears.
There he is.
All the time. All the time. I at least warn them, They see the super sticker, super chat in the chat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know what are you doing here. You're
My
scaring everyone
Second
away.
and a half versus your 18 minutes of.
Well, at least they know it's coming.
Oh my God. Folks, join us tomorrow night as Xenia gets sainted. That's right, folks.
Me not
That's
like
going
it.
on.
Me not like it. And that's how we start our Monday. The week. Yes, that's right. Week is starting.
Yep.
Have you noticed that? May the force be with you. Have you noticed that as well? By the way, we were at the really great conversation today earlier. We were at the live stream earlier today at Costume CO, together co-hosted with D. Niman, the creator of a lightsaber.
That was really cool. Yeah.
And guess what, Andrew? You didn't even know that. I won the book. I won a guest book.
She has the oh my
Roger.
God, the luck this woman has.
Yeah, Roger, who is a creator of a lightsaber for original creator, as well as the robot thing and all of that.
Robot thing. You can
Yeah.
tell she's a diehard fan, folks.
Well, they were doing a giveaway for the book that he wrote. And yeah, I won it.
Unreal.
Thank you.
Unreal.
Thank you so much, and a special shout out to Costume CEO and Dee Nimmons, both co-hosting the amazing show was today.
I would buy 1,000 lottery tickets, win nothing, and she'd find $20 that was hidden in between them that I forgot to take out. Nomad Unbroken Live, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Well, congratulations to you.
Well, our son is going to be super excited.
Yes,
yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, guys,
That's
check
right.
it out. We tweeted it out earlier. Roger Christian is the name of the costume and all of the behind-the-scenes creator.
Blind Neil says, Andrew, when I see you cover your ears, I turn down the volume. Well, you see there, that's good. That's good. You're fitting in here very well, Neil. You're getting the hang of it, lickety split. Which robot? LOL. Yeah.
D2? E2?
R2D2?
R2D2.
R2D2?
Yeah. No, I'm not claiming that I'm the biggest
Or as
fan
they were
of
known
Star
in the
Wars.
Russian cover of it, Padushka.
I'm not claiming I'm
Wasn't
not the
it?
biggest fan, but I was super excited watching it because we got to know all of the stories today behind the creations of all of the props. And I know our son is, so he's going to be super excited getting the book. So that's what I'm excited for.
Was it called Padushka in the Russian version?
No, there were no robots in Soviet times. Are you crazy?
Oh my God. They programmed it just sat under a tree peeling an apple and saying it's too hot to work today.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, but nevertheless, super excited. Was a super great around 2 hours actually. Yeah. Yeah, lots of different interesting pieces.
Unbelievable. I can't believe she won that. Unreal. The luckiest person alive. Knows nothing about it. Just stumbles ass first into the book. Unreal. That's an Xenia story.
Well, I knew the answer to this question that was posed, so that's how I won it. So it wasn't just a lottery. I actually knew the answer, talking about not being a fan, okay? Yeah.
Thanks for what you two do. We're not quite sure it is what we do, Ira Z, but you're too kind. Thank you so very much. It's great to see you. I got to say hello to everybody in here. I got to do it. I got to give a rock star a welcome. Folks, hit the like button, tweet it out, tell friends, all that good stuff. The more, the merrier. We were supposed to be on 7. We had to come on at 8. You know how life goes lately and stuff like that. Each and every one of you going through it. But it's great to see you all. I want to start off by giving a big hello to all of our members in the house. You can tell them, folks, by the badges in front of their names. I want to say hello to Red Monkey Trucking. There's the man, and thank you for all you're doing out in the road for us. Pixel P, a lifelong learning. The lady is in the house. How are you? We got Old Guy on a bike. He is amazing. Great to see you. We got Lisa's Critters in the house. How are you? Great to see you. We got Jenny O'Brien, who keeps us in check on here, keeps us in line. We have Grant McIntosh, the guy that is heavily weighted towards supporting Xenia and all of her blah, 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 blah stuff. And I get a tiny little emoji at the end. There he is, Mr. Boom is in the house. Farmall Fanatic is here. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. The list just dropped like crazy. So I know there was some more members, but unfortunately they've disappeared for the moment. We have Bacchus in the house. Bacchus is in the house. Great to see you. I hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It seems like 45 is the gatekeeper's new decision on where we're going with this. We'll be back. We always are. I want to say hello and a big welcome to Western Canada channel. Great to see you. Great to see you. So glad you could make it here and check us out. I want to welcome Virtual Dinner Party as well, who's became a guest, a visitor just the last couple of days and keeps coming back. That is awesome. Great to see you. The Jedi Balloon Master. We have Tina's Kitchen Island. Shane Radio's in the house. Rusty Pandas is here, folks. Rigor Mortis is in the house. How you doing? We've got Paul Peck Drywall 2, the man who's getting closer and closer to 100,000 subscribers. Great to see you. We got Outdoors Gal. Oh, thank you so much once again for inviting a friend. It is greatly appreciated. Punchy Paints just showed up in there. Now I don't. Like I said, some got kicked out. Great to see you. Nomad Unbroken Live is in the house, folks. You heard me right. Great to see you. My non-traditional life is in the house, as well as Michael Van Duzy is in the house. How you doing tonight, Mike? We got Laura Bruno with us. That's right, as well as Gay DB17. It is jumping all the place. So sorry, folks. Lori's RV Life. I'm trying to. Metal Music Maniac is in here. Man, it is hard to count. I know I'm missing some. Ira Z is here. That's great to see you. We have Frugal H2O. That is an interesting name. We have Feely Dance Fitness in the house. Exploring Stranger Things UK. Elsa the Magical Artist. We have Drew Douglas. We have Deborah Love TV. Deadlocked 85. We have Crafter and Coder from our Discord. So great to have you in here. Hope you're doing fantastic. Agagoi Best. I'm sure I pronounced that really, really wrong, but it's great to have you in here. Hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you all. If I missed anybody on the list, it is going a bit all over the place. Just make sure to highlight your name and say hi. It's great to have you in here. Oh my God.
Now, that was for one before. Yes, that's right. Super Seeker Super Chat from West Haven, always and forever. Thank you so much. And now is the one for the second one. Super Seeker Super Chat, Super Seeker Super Chat, Super Seeker Super Chat, Super Seeker Super Chat, Super Seeker Super Chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to West Haven, always and forever. Thank you so much. You are amazing. Thank you.
Life of MC is in the house. Already great to see you. And we also have, who else did I miss here? Life of MC. Somebody else that just came in. Johnny Pockney is in the house. Great to see you. Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Thank you so much, West Haven, for getting her wound up. And I know you're sorry. You're sorry. Jackie Hunter Food Reviews. There's our resident sweetie. How you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hope you're doing amazing. Hope you're all doing great. Folks, it looks like the bot cam is going to be working overtime. I kind of expected that was going to happen tonight, but nonetheless, I got a lot of great people in here. Let's push through the bot cam, folks. Let's see if they'll let it go to 60. They can only hold it back so far, and you guys can help us fight that by hitting the like button, tweeting it out, telling friends. We're going to jump into it in just a minute, folks. It's time to start chatting. This is not going to be a long live stream tonight, but I think quite the productive one with a really important message. And we have it. There we go. We are yellow coined again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. There you go. Request review. I have double click, request review, and yeah. So there you go. Excitement. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
It is Life of MC. Life of MC. You are amazing. Thank you so much. You are so amazing. Super sick, super chat, 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 super sick, super chat. Thank you so much, Life of MC. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my god almighty. Oh my god. Well, thank you very much. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. That is extremely kind of you. And as we always say, thank you for taking the blanket off the budget cage that much more. Wow. You ever have
Apparently we have a pet. It's a budgie.
There you go, folks. Lynn's in the house. How are you, Lynn? How nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Lynn Ann is in the house. Fantastic lady. She's always got her hands full. Well, she's kind of stuck, I guess, what Xenia's like, except she's babysitting a 68-year-old half the time, trying to keep Paul Murray behaved. She's got her hands full. At bay, yes. At
Which
bay?
That's a good question.
Oh my god. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Yes, folks, please. So we're Yellow Coin. Bot cam seems to be working a little bit tonight. So if you can hit the like button, tweet it, all the good
Everything as
stuff.
usual. You know?
It is greatly appreciated. And yes, also memberships, folks. Tomorrow night, folks, we'll be making the announcement. Well, actually, we'll be making it a little later on. But Tech Talk Tuesday is no more. Now it is for members. But you guys can get in on that. Just head on over to our homepage right here, right there. Click on that join button. And for the price of a super chat, you can get benefits that last the whole month long. You get emojis, custom emojis as you see flying in the chat, badges in front of your name, a private Facebook group for access to all members, and as well unlisted streams and Tech Talk Tuesday now, the show that basically got us on the road to live streaming, is now a member stream. That was a hard decision, but it seemed like the right one. We want to give our members as much value as possible. So hopefully you guys can check it out. And as well, we shout out our channels of the week. We have a drawing every Saturday night for 2 channels, one from each group, one from the Wrenched Up Plus, and one from the Wrenched Up, and one from the Wrenched Up Plus. Tamara Maglin was the winner of the Wrenched Up group, so a big congratulations to her. And as well as Retro Completionist, the winner of the Wrenched Up Plus, which was really awesome because we rated him after Xenia was in there, and he was really touched to the point he had some tears, which was...
Yes, oh my god, it was such an emotional announcement in his live stream that he got the member of the week. Oh my god, yeah, such a true, genuine person right there. So congratulations to both of our members of the week, and thank you to everyone that already signed up for our memberships.
That's right, folks. There's always room for more, and Tech Talk is a great place to chat with other creators, a great place to share ideas and all that stuff. It's always been very productive here. I always consider it, even though the wheel is more popular, I consider it kind of the gem for what we do. And I think it's only going to be more productive because we won't have to worry about a bot cam. We won't have to worry about saying hit the like button and all that stuff. We can get in and just get talking about YouTube. You can ask your questions. We don't have all the answers, but there's a great audience and everybody helps each other out. So whether you just got into it or been into it for years, I think it's great for anybody. There's a place for somebody in there. Phantom Flight 101, Herman, how you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. And we got Mr. Honk Honk in here. Ralph's Trucking. He has been working hard on his channel. He deleted all of his live streams.
What?
He deleted over 100,000 views.
Wow. Well, I don't know. Should I congratulate you?
He's happy about it, and he said he's investing some into advertising on YouTube and Facebook for his channel. He wants to go a different route with it and bring it back to videos and that. So
just don't buy Sprizzy.
Don't buy Sprizzy. Yes.
I know you probably watched the advertisement right before you went into a live stream, but guess what? We'd rather be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Please don't get into that. Okay, well, congratulations. My non-traditional life is here as well. The Huntsman is in the chat too. Down the rabbit hole travel. Hello. How are you? Hey,
Marty. What's going on? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Like we say, folks, we won't be on for too long tonight. We've already been yapping for a bit, and I think it's just about time to get into it. What do you think?
Yes, I think so. I just want to remind you guys to click that like button and share it out. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe. And if you think that you're already subscribed, please double check if you still are. Ring that bell for all notifications, including your mobile, so you know when we're on next. We're here every day, well, practically every day. So make sure that you ring that bell so you don't miss a beat here, right here on this live stream.
And yes, Pixel Magic here is making this voice quite clear on what he thinks is Sprizzy.
Exactly.
There you go.
Thank you.
Real life experience. Real life experience.
Okay, well, I think, yes, you're right. It's time.
Alrighty, folks. Hey, happy Haley family. How are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Just worked out, and now I can drink wine. Well, that is awesome.
You
You've earned it,
deserve
Marty.
it.
Put your feet up. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. And it's always great to have you in here. Marty's been with us since the very get-go, our very first guest. We were talking about Tech Talk and everything. Before that, even was interviews.
Yes.
And was with Marty.
That's very true.
Episode number 4 of the live stream with a picture of an actual stream in front of it. That was my only day. Actually, I have Pewdiepie to thank of that. Because he was doing these streams at the time, and every day he was doing like a salmon stream or a cod stream, or he was playing on that whole riff.
Well, there you go. That's the
I
great way
never
of
thought of
starting off
I
with
haven't
that.
thought of
So
that. Yeah.
how did that happen, Andrew? Tell us more about it.
He was doing that, and I thought that's kind of cool. I like the irony, and did our own. Story done.
Okay. Well, for those people that maybe don't know, that's why. Okay.
Wasn't that exciting? Wasn't that a trip down memory lane, the one you want to pack a lunch for? Alrighty, folks, let's get into it, folks. Let's talk about what we're going to talk about. Here you go, folks. Pewdiepie is back. Why you shouldn't trend with trends. Some of you may have already seen it today, that it was released about PewDiePie. I'm not sure quite where to jump into this one. I think it's out in a lot of, it was released. Well, of course, once it goes out like wildfire. We're going to get into all the story in a minute, but I picked one in particular that I want to show it from. There's all different areas I could have grabbed it. This is not the first one I've seen onto, but I'd like to draw your attention that this one was done on Fox Business. And this is quite symbolic of what we're going to talk about. So PewDiePie signs exclusive deal. Oh my God, no, we don't allow ads because that's going to happen. There, good enough. There we go. We'll go over the tube filter. That's what I was worried about. That's why we we use an ad blocker while we're live, because we don't want stuff like that to happen, but some of them are a little more tricky. PewDiePie signs exclusive live streaming deal with YouTube. Not long ago, we were hearing that he was over at DLive, and a lot was made out of that. And I'd like to say right off the bat, yeah. So anyways, there he is here home on YouTube. And you know what? Even that, a year from now, he could be on, I don't know, G-Spot. He could be on Neptune. He could be dancing in the Gandhi, the oh my God, now I even forgot the river. Anyways, you get where I'm going with all this, folks. This is something that's really important, and it's a bigger thing than just that, because we just talked about this a couple of weeks ago. And funny, it happened a lot even quicker than I was going to think, but that's what I was saying about what's going to happen. And the whole thing is about taking advice based on big YouTubers. Now, I'm going to say right off the bat, I have absolutely zero issue with PewDiePie jumping from platform to platform and doing what he's doing. Felix is a 30-year-old man whose whole career is built on being online. And I would have done the exact same thing as him in a heartbeat. I don't get into the whole thing of hating big YouTubers and stuff like that. I know that's kind of the fun thing to do, and it never impressed me. If anything, this is symbolic of how YouTube does not treat their big YouTubers well, hence why he was over in another place. Why now he come back, which is something that should have been done from the get-go. I brought up that example many times before. You've watched big, major news channels. You've watched major networks, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, etc. When you walk into their office, they have big posters up with all of their stars that made them big currently and prior. They celebrate them when they call, they answer the phone, they have a gala, they throw them some stuff and that. I mean, everybody wins from it, right? There's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't happen at YouTube. And I full well see where Felix went. Now, yes, Felix made some choice mistakes. We're going to call it for what it is. But nonetheless, there was not really much support there before it happened, and certainly not much after it happened. And this is not picking on him whatsoever. I actually champion him on his decision. I think it was a very smart move because he is a businessman. He is an influencer. This is his job. This is his livelihood. He can't rest on his laurels and that's not the moral thing. He has to earn a living onto it, just like everybody else does in any of their jobs or any self-started businesses that they have. But that said, doesn't mean we need to follow them. And I heard that a lot was a big argument about DLive. And this has happened in many other things. This is just one that's kind of like close to my heart. About, if PewDiePie's gone there, well, that's just because it was like he went because it was like a calling. It was like he was laying in bed, opened his eyes, the heavens opened, and a voice from above told him, "Go, my child, go. Go to the DLive. Go to the DLive." Well, no, a bunch of money came his way. He wasn't getting respect over here. What the hell? He's lost a lot of his income from when they caught on to him, so he can go over there and get him in. People will say things to endorse stuff because it pays them money. But it doesn't mean that they're doing from the bottom of the heart. It doesn't mean you got to go. It doesn't mean you got to make decisions based onto it. That is the whole reason why they paid him money to do so. And if we were their side, they'd probably pay us, any one of us in here, to do the exact same thing. Hence, influencers. And I think sometimes there's a bit of disconnect from when it happens on here to when it happens in real life. But it's the same thing. It's the same song and dance. It'll always be like that no matter where it goes. That's their job. They didn't pay him because they had nothing better to do with their money. That was the whole point of paying him, to get him over there, to start shaking the tree. And I'm glad he's back at YouTube, because not even for YouTube's sake, for his sake, because he's been here for so long, and I feel he's been instrumental in helping to build this platform. And I hope it won't just stop there, and I hope they'll maybe finally give him full recognition he deserves, along with many, many other creators. I know sometimes we start our own business and stuff like that. It's very shaky. There's not much to count on to. Business can fall. But on YouTube, to start something on there at a pioneer stage, if I will, for him in the second, we'll call it the second round of pioneers on YouTube. There was no padding. There was no promises. There's no nothing. One of the most volatile things you could ever build a career onto. So, of course, he's going to go where there's money. And you would do the same, and I would do the same. I know we all want to sit by and make it like some folk show, and, I just want to follow my heart. I just want to, well, that's okay. You can follow your heart. But if you've given up every other thing that you do in life, this is solely what you do, and everything bends onto it, you have to go where the winds take you. No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with DLive or the other 985 of them that are out there roughly, and I'm just lightly paraphrasing. Could be even more, might be a little less, but you get the hint. There's a ton of streaming options out there. Yes, nobody's denying that. And you know what? It's good to test your feet in different waters. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Yes, all those metaphors are true on here like no other. See what fits you best. But never lose sight of YouTube is not only bigger, it is universes bigger than any of the other ones compared. So, yeah, you can go over there and get noticed, but you're also getting noticed by a lot smaller crew. And that has to be remembered into this whole equation when you do it. You play in a smaller pond. Just because it's a smaller pond does not mean it's going to grow to the same size as YouTube. And in Felix's defense, I have a feeling if Twitch offered him more money, he probably would have went there. I feel like he doesn't feel like he owes YouTube much after they haven't given much to him. He sees it that way. I think he's always thankful for the platform that built him up. But at the end of the day, he has to take care of himself. He has to set his own future, a future that could be gone in a finger like that. It happens all the time. That is what a business person would do. That's why when I was showing you in the beginning, till all the music kicked in, it was on Fox Business. That's very self-explanatory about how big of a deal it is that Felix is back over on YouTube. And YouTube is hoping to leverage that as much as they can to say, see, folks, it's not worth it going anywhere else because Felix is back. So it's nice that we get this. And this is just one example of many that goes on all the time about influencers telling us where to go. Man, the bot camp does not want us talking about this. But I'm still talking about it. I'm still having fun. And, in the end, you got to do what's right for you. And what works for some big YouTubers does not always work for us. And that's what a lot of people tend to come in and say about tags, one-word tags. Don't use one-word tags. Use long tail string tags. No. Because I've seen big YouTubers do this. They don't use any, or they use two, and they're just one words. We have to start realizing that we can't let them dictate all of our judgment. We have to think towards what's best for us at our size. And those decisions that they're making, jumping back and forth, for instance, in this case, not always the best decision for you, just because he goes over to a DLive or wherever. I mean, all joking aside about DLive, it could be any one of them. There's tons of them, folks, tons of them. We can't even sit here and mention them all tonight. But none the case, you got to go over for the right reasons because it's the right fit for your channel, and you're going to actually get the benefit being on there. And you really got to know before you go polling, because remember, this is like taking your business out of a city and putting it into a small town. Yes, there's less people around to compete with. There's also less people to buy from it. That's a big part of it. So before you go jumping ship like that, take time and look at things. Make sure it is right stuff. And don't do it because somebody like Pewdiepie did, because, you know, Pewdiepie has a lot more leverage than any one of us could ever dream of. So it is really, 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 really important to think things through. And that goes way in anything, because there's always going to be influencers, big and small, telling you you should do this, you should do that. And you should always know why you have to do something and how it benefits you at your size. Because remember, things can change a lot depending on the size. A lot. It doesn't have to be the difference between you and Pewdiepie. Either the difference between you and channels 10,000 more, 50,000 more, 100,000 more, 500,000 more. A lot of things are common on here. The basics of being a YouTuber are the same. But with most that are telling you what to do something, you have to remember there's usually an ulterior motive behind it, i.e. money. Felix is doing that right now. Do I think he's a bad guy? No, I don't. I see a guy taking care of his future. It's too bad he had to leave in the first place. I think this should have been done for him right from the beginning. I really do. I think that was a slip up on the platform, but that's here nor there. That's not for me to decide, or how he deals with it. But I do see his whole point of view on what's been done the last couple of years. And like I say, if I was in his point, I wouldn't probably have done the exact same thing, to be perfectly honest. He secured his future the best he can, because this could be all gone tomorrow. But that said, whether it's a big influencer, whether it's a small influencer, we got to keep our same clear head that we do anywhere. I've always said going to YouTube is like walking on the video Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses. You're dropped off in a bus downtown. You know you're in a city. You know there's a lot of opportunity, and right away people are pulling. Come this way, go that way. Here, I got the plan for you. I got this. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to get you to the top in no time. We're going to make this happen. We're going to make things happen. Well, you have to ask the question why. Why are they being motivated? And usually there's some sort of gain for them into it. And if it's open and honest, and this is what we're going to do, well, that's one thing. If both parties go into it knowing why, knowing the risks and everything else, great. But a lot of people jump ship on here and tried it over in DLive. And once again, I'm not picking DLive. This has happened on many other platforms. I'm just taking this example today. And realize when you get over there, it's quite the barren land in some way, because you know what? If you're, take for instance, I hear a lot of people say, you know what? I'm a creator at heart. I just want to create. That's all I want to do. I want to create. Well, one thing that doesn't get mentioned a lot is what happens on DLive after a couple of days to your video. You're live.
Yeah. Well,
where does it go?
Well, it goes away.
It goes away. So if you're interested in being a creator and it's true to your heart, why do you want to make art that's going to disappear in a few days? I can't answer that one. I don't see where it can build any longevity into something, because there's nothing left there to enjoy.
It's kind of like a story, but
Yeah.
it's live, and it stays up for longer than 24 hours, and then it's gone again.
So
Or Snapchat, but it's a live stream.
imagine that with Everybody Loves Raymond. He does his show, they're all done, they close the curtains, and 3 days later, poof, it never existed. Can we get the box set, Ray Romano? Well, you can't, because it all went up in thin air.
Yeah, and what is there to show to potential sponsors or anybody that want to invest in you?
Yep.
Poof,
Oh.
nothing.
Would you like to go to France to see the Mona Lisa? You can't, because it just evaporated.
There's
Up in
only
there.
a legend left.
So that's the kind of things that are not said into it. And if you're fine with that and you're good with it, that is fine. But that's the truth. That's the things that don't get... That's why when these guys jumped, he was throwing a bunch of money, went over, and that's exactly was the plan. That was DLive's way of trying to jump the gate. And they've all done it. And it's not even just with streamers and stuff like that. You have to remember that. I go into bed at night, and if I'm not greeted by ASMR in my face, or if I'm not greeted by music that sounds like we're having a celebration of life and there should be a urn in the middle of my bed, I'm greeted with women doing makeup. And all night they're doing makeup and makeup and makeup and more makeup and more makeup. And they're telling you you should run them by this and by that. And that's just makeup. They're all like that. And most of us are in a niche where there's some products should be bought and done for. There's some way things should be done. It's nothing wrong with changing ideas onto it. Just make sure at your size and what you're doing and your goals long term, roll with it. That's all it's about. It's about perception. It's about taking the time to sit down and see what's the big picture with all this and is it the right fit for me. Oh, we haven't had a dip in a while. Oh, I know who it is. Don't
scare it.
I think it's mommy's little boy before he goes to work. Oh, nice. There you go. It's amazing you do one of these once in a while and you can bring out the telltale signs. Very nice. We're back down to 130 views, folks. There you go. Oh my God almighty. It is so easy sometimes. It is like being a marionette. Trigger happy. That is too funny. Anyways, folks, back onto our topic at hand. So yeah, this is a great example with Pewdiepie of going someplace and a big fanfare about it with a lot of money backing it up. And now he is coming home with a big pile of fanfare behind it and a lot of money. And that's a business, and that is his business. You know, the bot cam flatlined again. It did. I knew. I just had to deal with the light little topic, and all of a sudden it would go down. Oh my God. Yep. Second time it happened in the last few minutes, Andrew. Exactly. I didn't want to say the first one. I thought I was going to miss it because I was in the middle of something, but then it came back again. Yeah. We haven't touched this. Yeah. There's a couple of them quite sensitive. I can't keep up with all the platforms. You can't do videos much, but I work a lot. You guys kiss? Cool. Oh, there it goes. It didn't last for long. You know, it's been a couple of weeks since that happened now.
Yeah.
This is the first time, and we've been showing it, so you can go back and watch live streams, which shows which topics touch off the wrong people.
Virtual Dinner Party, who just joined us, I think 3 live streams ago, is asking, what is the bot thing?
Sorry.
Virtual Dinner Party, who just joined us 3 days ago, is wondering, what is the bot thing?
The bot thing, well, this is whenever you go live, you can view your analytics. And what I did was, I used to talk about how it go, and I knew certain ones would get, we have a good idea. We're not, we weren't born yesterday. And what they like to do is suppress the numbers, so they'd hold it down to say there was 70 people in the chat. Well, they would set it to 50 and 20 get kicked out because the numbers aren't lining up properly. And then every now and then they would spike it. But they haven't been doing the dip thing. This is a couple of weeks since the last topic we covered.
Yes. You're very true.
That was about the last time.
Sending subliminal messages, Well, last time we tried to figure out what all those dips and curves meant. Maybe we spit.
I think it's hieroglyphics for Mummy's boy. I believe that's what I would say. Just dandy yellow.
It's just part of YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. They just don't like when we bring attention to it, so that's why I put it up here, and we came up with the bot cam. Because I'd flash it up and say, look what happened here, and the exam's like, well, then just put it somewhere so you're not jumping back to it all the time, and the bot cam was born. So I'd ask all members to flood the chat with the old Pusa bot. It is customary. There we go. Oh, that's worth its weight in gold. That was awesome. Oh my God. Well, now with that, we can get back onto our topic at hand. That's right. So
let's see. Bacchus is saying here, a couple of activist tubers went to DLive and were outed by the niche for not caring about activism and going for the money. Well, that's a part of the equation. If we're if you look at the description and what we talked about, is really, it promised gold and diamonds. But what is it that you give back instead? And we talked about in the previous live stream how actually DLive have been described by a lot of people as a scam because of the way it functions with the Bitcoin and all of that. So
it didn't like that one. Yeah. You made the bot cam sad.
I'm sorry. Sorry. And we're not going to go into details how it works because we already did that in our previous live stream. It's actually linked down below, so you can check it out. We talked about how DLive works and how it is actually, in the long run, scamming you and the creator, and especially those who are trying to support creators. But that's why it promised the gold and diamonds, but did it actually deliver? Well, that's a good question. Lots of people jumped the ship from this platform going to that platform, figuring out that they're going to have a better monetary support from it. Well, but what now? What now when you have to come back to YouTube and you can't come back the same way as you used to because guess what? You haven't been on this platform for a long time, and now you have to rebuild everything what you've been doing before.
I mean, you can keep a channel a bit on live support and pop in every now and then, but
yeah.
Yeah. The bots are DLive fans, mate. Oh, they are. They sure are my non-traditional life. And then some. That is very, very observant. Yes, they are, for sure. I couldn't agree more. Be right back. My eyeballs are floating. Oh, that's not good, Bacchus. Yeah, you got to deal with that one then. If you get booted out, I might have to watch Sprizzy to get back in. No.
Report the ad every time you see it.
Yes,
report
please.
it. Please report it.
Yeah. Oh, we went down 148. They're really upset. I hurt their feelings.
You know what would be cool? It would be 0 views. Everybody's watching for a last hour, but there would be 0 views.
Exactly. The old algorithm's like, Rockdags, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hey guys, hope you are doing well. Disney nerd herders, we sure are. Hope you are as well. Drop a deuce on the bots. Yes, there we go. Yeah. Oh my God Almighty, so easy to play with. Like you feel like a marionette. It's so predictable.
Well, maybe they are because they're the one that's answering here. So.
Yep. Oh my God Almighty. So yeah, folks, that's the biggest thing about it all is to start looking at anything that's advised to you, anything to do, and I see it already. There's a whole new round of soapbox stuff, big and small channels on both sides is doing it. You just gotta ask to see the work and find out what works for you. This is the third time watching, a bunch of characters taking rich. That we like to think we are. We sure like to think we are. I need more coffee though, so I can be a good character. There you go. Thank you, son. Do appreciate it. Oh, and he's zombified. I like that. Poop for the bots. Very nice. I've heard you explain the bot thing many times, but still have no idea what it's all about. Oh, let's stink, says Formal. He's given up on his old...
oh, my.
Well, he christened the another one before it got all hoarded out. So you can't knock him on that one. I see where he's coming from 100%. Okay, the bot thing in short is... What they do is they have a free program that any jackass, i.e. you can see that happening already, can use. It's not exactly brain science. And what they do is they have a bunch of false IPs into it. And they can control you getting a bunch of views or a little bit of views. Basically, they go in and they can set the number of who's in the chat. So say they set it to 40. Well, say when we're coming in and there's a bunch, and you've seen that happen before. I'll give you a better example. Ray Kit has rated us a couple of times. Ray Kit, anytime he's ever rated us, we get 40 to 70 extra people in there. Ray Kit has streams of like 200. Ray Kit sends all of his people over. You see the numbers going down in his chat. They come over to ours. We were at, say, I forget now the exact number. Don't quote me. We'll say 70. Well, we shot up to 78 as they started coming in. Then all of a sudden we shot back to 60. Now, does that sound like a raid to you where you get 40 to 70 people come in and not only does the number only go up 8, but then automatically shoots back to 60? And everybody is getting, out. What do you call it? Buffering out, because the algorithm's looking and saying, well, this doesn't make any sense. You have these people in here, say 80, but it's only saying 60, so it ends up kicking 20 out for the numbers to balance. Or that's why when you come in sometimes to ours or other ones and you see the numbers go right to the roof. There's like 70 people in here, but it's saying like 650 in the chat. That's what they're doing. Can we all just do it and give us lots of views? No. Here's why. Because we were accused of doing it. That's how these ones say that we got to 10K. We cheated our way up. But here's the little story on that one. You wouldn't do it to your own channel because it's basically channel suicide. For the simple reason is what they're watching it with is IP addresses. It's just the address. It's not them really watching. It's the computer watching, the bot program. Those come from countries that have a very low CPM rate, i.e., India, Pakistan, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not picking on the countries. This is simple economics. So what they do is they come in with them. That number from them countries goes way up in your viewership. The main ones that draw in the most CPM, Canada, United States, Australia, England, New Zealand, etc., those numbers then start to get depleted more. And therefore, yeah, you got a bunch watching, it says, but they're not worth anything. And it ends up junking your channel unless you take actions like we've done to kind of counteract that. But it's not easy, but we've done it before and we'll keep doing it.
And the last one that was botted, I think it was 13th or 14th of April with extra numbers. You can actually see the high up of going from almost 1,000 views from India coming.
Yeah.
And India is not our main audience. Barely have any people from India here in the chat. So having almost 1,000 views on that live stream is impossible unless it was artificially done. So yeah, it's...
That's why if you've ever come in here and there's like showing 600 in the chat and you're like, wow, my God, you guys are killing it. We're like, no, we're not. It's getting botted. That's why. That's exactly why. I'm just looking for an example. Here you go. Right here.
As a push was 3,400. It was the one that I'm talking about.
Okay, but I was just showing you grab one that was fast. They went and botted this one up. At first it was saying 10,000 views, then it went down and went up, and then it took a lot of them away, so they came back and bought it again. As you can see, they have a thing with fallacies because they were sending us messages in here. And we understood it as they're a guy laying down that really, really, really likes us by the design. It's kind of like an Etch-a-Sketch, sending hieroglyphics for us to understand how they feel about us. So that's where the channel went up. So it went up all the way through there and back around again. A little creepy, a little disturbing, but nonetheless, it's their message, not ours. If they want to send it, who are we to stop them? So tonight they're doing the opposite thing and keeping the numbers down. That's why they're trying to take away the views in that. So this live stream doesn't get much coverage because the topic we're talking about pertains to what they were talking about. So that's why, once again, because we haven't had it in a couple of weeks that the views have disappeared like that since the last time we talked about it. So.
Somewhere Zenny Black is saying, so some jealous people are trying to sabotage because they're mad that you're doing this and being successful and they're not. Well, basically, yes, they try and to make us quit, basically.
It's been the names changed, but the game has been the same for about a year and a half. And, we're still here. We're still having fun. There it goes again. See, there it goes again. I talked to them, look, it went down again and back up. They play with it, but,
Exactly. So that's why it's super hard, actually. But still, we're still doing it for months now to navigate your channel where your analytics are not truly the representation of what it should actually be. So we're almost like half blind going in a dark room right now, but still managing to get some people in nevertheless, right?
Exactly. That's what I say. You know what? To play with it and everything else and get 40 to 80 people in and stuff like that, that says how good we're doing it. It says how bad their channels have been that they have time to play with this. And I've watched the one like trying to debate, I know I'm a good... No, you're not, because you have to do stuff like this. And your channel bad, B-A-D. So that's why they have time to dabble in that kind of stuff. Arcade Revolution, hit them, Xenia, give it. They love this one.
Oh my, we had a couple of them, but okay. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Arcade Revolution got stuck on a button. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much for that super sticker, super chat. We also had a super sticker, super chat from Ralph Strucking. Super sticker, super chat, 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 and Jonathan Roseberry. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super chat from Jonathan Roseberry. And now we have Arcade Revolution. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much, Arcade Revolution. Thank you.
And Johnny Pockney. God bless you. God bless you. £2 donation. Sansa sticker. Thank you for letting her motors cool down. I cannot thank you enough. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. Oh, they didn't like your super check. Sing it again, Xenia, for them.
Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much for that super sticker, super chat. Yeah, I guess couldn't come up with yourself with anything. So now I'm jealous. Okay.
But my mom says I'm cool.
Does it level out? Well, no, it does level at some point. But if they,
Greenleaf growth. I had to wait for every hater.
It does-
Well, it would be a normal
it
time.
does level somewhat, but if they are suppressing numbers, people don't get in. As you have experienced yourself, you get booted out or you can't get back in. So, not everybody is trying to get in 5 times in a row.
No, exactly.
Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. There you go. You, the bot cam. Arcade Revolution. Hey you, hey you, hey you, hey you. Thank you so much for that. Super sticker, super chat. Thank
my
you.
God, they're such
And
losers.
we have the panda photographer who also did
Hey.
a super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. The panda photographer. Thank you so much. The panda photographer. Mwah. Thank you.
You see, folks, that's what it's all about, is weathering the storm. You know what? And we're still good through it. And actually, our growth has been amazing. Our memberships have been growing very, very well. And to their dismay, even the super chats have been doing better. So, that's... They got time to jerk around with themselves. That's, to me, there's channels that I despise on here. And I find there's some useless channels that have no purpose, zero, i.e. what's happening right now with them ones doing. But instead of harping and worrying about them every day, we're doing stuff on here, and that's always been the way. Xenia and I have just been like that, trek through it. And what they don't realize is when you do something to screw the channel, there's ways to get it back on track. I've even let some of them go a couple of weeks ago in a live stream. You just got to be patient with it, and that, you know what, like children, they'll tire themselves out. Like, it's been a couple of weeks, they just didn't like the topic tonight, hurt their little feelings, but that's okay. We're still live. You're still good. Let me check your heartbeat. Actually, women, it's on their boob, right? Oh, that's gonna hurt me. There you go. So we're still live. We're still going. It's so crazy. I was worried you were starting to bang our...
Super sticker, super chat, 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 super sticker, super chat. Arcade Revolution decided to completely go the bot
you're
cam,
crazy, Arcade
and our
Revolution.
amazing trolls here completely nuts. So maybe they're gonna have nightmares from their super sticker, super chat, 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 super sticker, super chat. Hey you, thank you. Click that like button and let's put those bots for the nightmare tonight. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arcade Revolution. You are so freaking far beyond kind. I can't even put words into it. Thank you so very much. Baka says the sad part is someone is laying in bed at night thinking, I can't wait to bot them next stream. LMAO. That's the sad part of it. And that's the ones that say, well, that's why your channel's not working. And I know I'm good. And my mom says I'm good. And I don't get it. Well, this is why, because they worry about... YouTube is about entertaining a mass. And the mass can be 5 or 5 million. You cannot gear your show to, well, if I do this, it's going to upset Johnny. And if I talk about this, it's going to upset Bob. And you can't do that. That's not what we're here to do. You're here the same as they do on television. I was talking about Everybody Loves Raymond a while ago. When did Ray Romano start getting the phones and calling everybody in North America? Hey there, John up in Tennessee. Do you mind if I talk about this tonight? Hey there, Steve in British Columbia. I want to run this by you before I put it out. We're not here to do that. We're here to do shows, and it's made to appeal to the widest audience possible that lets you do, and to find more people who enjoy what you do. You can't go chasing people and saying, well, come back and I'll do my show this way, or come back and I won't talk about this, or I'll do it. You can't do that. That's not about karma to the bots. That's right, Ninth Element. That's right. You have a great channel, and you're great people, Johnny Pockney, and it's great people like you guys. That's what you have to realize, guys. The security in what we do is from you guys, not from them. This is lawful. I mean, this is such pointless dribble. This is what I expect of them, because that's why they never had a channel. They've cried all the time they don't have one, and this is why. You guys are the ones that come in here on your own will, enjoy yourselves, and make us look good, and that's what we appreciate. Use any excuse to touch wise boobs. Yes, exactly, D-Crack, exactly. Anytime is a good time to grab boob. I should have that on a bumper sticker. If I was a troll, I would just put a super sticker chat up every 30 seconds for a whole episode.
Oh my God, yeah.
I don't know. Arcade Revolution was giving a run for his money onto it, I got to say.
Yeah.
That last one surprised Andrew. A lot of them surprised Andrew, yes.
Trying to catch him, off guard, that's
Yep.
for sure.
Exactly. Happy Star Wars Day, everyone. May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
The Trips, I don't know if the Trips was in earlier. You can tell them quickly what happened.
Oh my, yes. I was earlier in the live stream from Costume Co. and she had a co-host, Dee Niman. They together had an amazing live stream today dedicated to the 4th of May, interviewing Roger Christian, who is actually the creator of the lightsaber and lots of props and sets, backgrounds, and all of the stuff around Star Wars. And he was actually talking about the background story, how it was made. A little tidbit: they actually got a light for it in the old photo store by accident. And I want his book. I want his book in a very legitimate quiz questionnaire. It wasn't a lottery, so I answered the question and I was right. But it was amazing live stream. Yeah, so if you haven't watched that, we have retweeted it today. So if you go on our Twitter, you can check it out from Costume Cinemato and together with Dean Neiman. Fantastic. If you're a fan of Star Wars, you got to watch it.
Yes, exactly. Sorry, I was reading comments. I was letting you have your moment.
He also came up with a sentence, Darth COVID. Now there's a new cosplay going on. Darth COVID. Dineman and Nick Niman is dressing up as Darth COVID.
Really?
Next year, yeah.
Oh my God almighty. I'm amazed at someone very offending. I'm amazed at some very offending videos I post that someone will push the thumbs down. You just got to be okay that you can't make everyone happy. Exactly, Wendell. Exactly. And the better it starts to go, the more trouble you start to have. But you know what? Honestly, I've said it time and time before, that's the problem with live streams. Live streams are a whole disaster waiting to happen most of the time. They're not for the faint of heart. I know everybody hears, just have a live stream. You're going to get a bunch of people in. Just live stream. Just live streaming, first of all, if you have nothing to stand on to, it's going to collapse. B, even if you have something together in that, it's just going to breed more and more jealousy because everybody looks at your channel not by what you've done, not by how much you've worked, not by what you've accomplished, but by any super chat that comes in, because they look at a dollar for dollar once again as a group of each individual person. Well, that $5 should have went to me, that $3 should have went to me, that it's literally down to that. So very few of them end up any differently, unfortunately. If you go back and watch Xenia and I earlier on, it's around the 100 mark that it started. And it's pretty much been an uphill battle into all that. We've tried to keep our integrity as strong as possible. We're human. I've blown gaskets about it now and then. I'd say I kept together most of the time. And sometimes, a lot of time, just pure laugh at it. But yeah, it's not for the faint of heart, and it's not an easy way to be on here. You have no evergreen growth hardly from it. It's a lot of work just to get a little bit out of it. And it's a lot easier for people to team up against you because they get mad at you because you told them not to do something. So then they have a live stream within 30 minutes and they get a couple of friends together that are mad at you. And it turns into a witching session. Not just us. I mean, I see it happening all the time. I can see in our subscriptions, I can see titles of them at night. And I'm like, oh, God. Oh, they're on the run for this one. Oh, my God, they're going after this one. But you know what? If you can't build a channel on any of that stuff. It just runs out of oxygen. What channel is going to get to 1 million subscribers or 5 million subscribers or 100,000 or whatever your goals are on here by just doing stuff like that? It's just empty calories when it's said and done. And that's where they have time to screw around on other people's channels because they have nothing on their own to take care of because they let it go by their own jealousy. It's such a pointless. That's why I tell people, if you're feeling burnt on here, walk away. Take a couple of days. You'll come back with a fresh perspective, and some people just can't take it anymore and they want to leave. And you know what, in the end, if that's their decision, I do stand by them as well, because it's better they leave than sit around here, become bitter as hell, and become a troll. That's what trolls are, people that should have walked away that didn't. And I mean, they all put on a happy face and stuff like that, but nonetheless, they're a troll. So I just don't see the point of coming on here every night being bitter. There's so many things to life that we can't control that can be hard. Why would it be on here? I'll never get it. But anyways, and that's why I want to protect it and to do a great job. And it's really cool to watch your passion. It's contagious. Well, thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. Let's say, guys, have no fear. We'll point that shit out. But it's not getting a ton of press. You guys are the ones that deserve the press. You're the ones that we want to talk about. You guys are the ones that make us look good. You know, you're the ones that keep this channel going, not them. Because to screw with it and still have the numbers going on there right now, no, of course they're not as high as they were 2 or 3 months ago. We're also dealing with COVID and the shutdown that went down on live streams. That was well stated by YouTube. We're yellow coined again tonight. We're getting it constantly. And then you bring in the trolling effect in that. But you know what? Better days ahead. It's not our first rodeo. You ride it out and, better days ahead. That's all I can say about it. And we have been changing, and our memberships are doing well, and that's why our memberships are really important to us, because it's a place we can do a lot of the things without having to deal with all this stuff. That doesn't even come in the equation because it makes no difference there at all. It's just get on and talk. And that way we get to be a bit more of the old us instead of having to watch, from the bot cam and all that stupidity. I don't like having a bot cam up here. It wasn't made to have a bot cam. It's a picture of us underneath of it. But at some point, it's like, well, people here, you got to see what's going on, and they don't like being seen. They're quite shy. So I thought it was just a good mix to bring that up there and let everybody see. Colin Arrow shows, how are you? Oh my God, I couldn't say your name 3 times fast. That's for sure. Great to see you. You're doing fantastic. Started the bike. Might get out out of the shed at the end of the week. Oh my God, that is awesome. Old guy on a bike. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Why do people wait for videos to come out to dislike them? It makes... I had this conversation one time. Stacy Morgan with a $5 super sticker.
Super sticker, There you go for your record. Good job. Thank you so much for the super sticker, super chat.
And the numbers drop right off and right back. They're just dancing all over the place. It's like watching the Northern Lights.
They're bored today, I guess.
Yep. This is true.
Imagine all that time that would be dedicated into actually doing something with your own channel instead of wasting time on somebody else's. All that legwork.
That is one thing I found out the most in our travels as through YouTube is how much people come on here, promise the moon, and end up just becoming bitter. And honestly, you look at their channel and you see what they're doing, and it's like, what is the point? What is the point? Pointless. Like, look, later it was 140, now fourth something, and now it's 148. We haven't had this since the last time we talked about the clan, the gang, the Get Along Gang. We'll call them the Get Along Gang. Yeah, we'll call them the Get Along Gang. And it wasn't really meant about it. It was just the truth. Hey, it's a news article that is out. It is there, and I said a couple of weeks ago, watch when he jumps to the next platform, and sure enough, he came back to this platform. Mm-hmm. I had no crystal ball into it, but it wasn't hard to see that it wasn't going to last forever. That video is
down below, right there. You can check it out. The last time we talked about that.
Yep, exactly. So,
What I think is a little unfair is that celebrities who already make a lot of money are now making YouTube channels and banking on their success from their name alone. It drives us little people down. A Dorsey girl. Yeah, and YouTube have been talking about that already, that they are pushing more authoritative voices, and not only in news, but in general, more bigger prominent names, because it brings them more ad money. Obviously, those ad spots cost much more money. They go for a higher bid, and therefore bring more money in, not just by views, but just those bids alone. So they're going to be pushing them more. YouTube wants to beat Next TV, and they have said that numerous times. They want to replace TV. So that's what they're going for. And somebody suggested in the chat, I think last week when we talked about one of these issues, is that they should be really the same as they have YouTube Kids. They should be having like YouTube TV, with all of the news channels, big celebrities and so on, and then just YouTube like it's supposed to be before. Mm-hmm. with creators creating content and not the news agencies or the big TV shows.
Most definitely. And I mean, they come protected in their advertising as well.
Of course.
They source most of their own advertising. That's worked out. It's less work for YouTube and a way more profit. Is it fair? But of course not. But it is what it is. And that's something to accept on YouTube, that it is a big table out there. I don't like it either. I really don't like it. I'm so sick of like the Will Smith stuff and everything else. I can't stand it. But nonetheless, I don't make the decisions, and I chose to be on this platform. And that's what it comes out a lot is, of accepting the fact that, okay, I've chose to be here, I've chose to do this, and as much as it sucks or better, it is what it is. And running over to another platform is not going to change, because what happens as soon as they start to pick up wind, they're going to be going over there. Why are those celebrities coming to YouTube? Because it's a big platform to be seen. It took them long. It actually took them a lot longer than it should have. And even the news agencies, years and years ago, their media people and that were begging them to get on here, and they brushed it off as a nothing. And now look at them playing catch up. I don't want them on, but they're here and they're going to stay. Well, like Will Smith, he was in Rewind and all that stuff. I'm just picking on him, but I mean, all the big YouTubers, all the big celebrities, big YouTubers that earn their way up on YouTube do not get any recognition, in my opinion. They should be getting what these guys are getting, these network TVs and these actors and stuff are getting just for showing their face here. I think it's really sad.
It's definitely not an even level game, that's for
No.
sure, Dorsey Girl. And Creative Spot Official was saying, well, it depends when you started, basically, YouTube, what defines your success. Yes and no. PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, there's lots of bigger YouTubers that have started a long time ago, but they also have been here for 10 years. Neither of us have been, well, except for some I know. But really, it takes it took a ton of time. Back then, there was no AdSense. There was really very different YouTube. So, yes and no. We have some advantages now that we didn't have at all. They didn't have at all. And, I don't really think it's 100% true. But yes, it is a little bit harder with all the censorship that we have now from lawmakers, of course, especially in the last year or so.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I agree 100%. No man on Broken Lives says if YouTube wants to replace TV, they're going to have to get their stuff together with what they got so far. This is true. They do have their eye on the prize, but it's going to take a lot more than just what they're doing. YouTube is by far the second biggest search engine in the world, and that's where it heads up for getting a lot of that content onto there, is for people looking up more fan-based stuff. But yeah, they are pushing to become more and more settled into the TV, and they have done great strides. It mightn't seem like it, but they have been. But in the end, jumping to another platform makes no sense where you got nobody over there. There's a reason why the celebrities aren't there. Now maybe it might grow and take off, and tomorrow, nobody knows that. And nobody's putting down. Like Linus Tech Tips and them have their own one as well. I'm a huge fan of Linus Tech Tips, but I'm not over there because it just doesn't benefit us right now. There's no reason to be over there. It's nice to think, oh, well, if I jump on everything at the beginning, I'm going to rock it off. There's lots of channels that come in here from 2006 that have 47 subscribers. Just because you came in early doesn't mean YouTube has paid off in droves. That's something, I don't know where people came up with that in their heads, but it's not that way. And if your content sucks, and it's just, I don't know, some sort of like lame ass dad jokes, stuff like that, where you're not even being ironic, doing it here, doing it over there, doing it on Linus Tech Tips or wherever you choose to do it, it's going to be the same thing. It's all going to work out in the end to the same. That's what people cannot get to their head. It's always this, nothing wrong with me, there's something wrong with the world attitude. And that's not necessarily always the case. Screw the haters, Pusa rocks.
Thank you, Dissolvify.
We do appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Some of the best YouTube channels are the smaller creators. Well, that's in part why we are doing what we are doing, is because of so many people don't know how and what things should be done of YouTube standards, and we want to help. And also because it feels unfair sometimes, and lots of amazing content is somewhere there lost and not seen by anybody, really. And that's in part why we started what we are doing on our channel in general, especially with Studio Tech Talks. But I don't think that only the content is what matters. It's the money. We forget, guys, this is business. It's a private institution. It's not a state-owned. It's a private business. They want to earn money. That's literally, Google is the biggest advertising company, selling institution out there, together with YouTube that it owns. So its own main goal is to sell ads. That's the revenue. So obviously they're going to be pushing content that sells the most of it and sells it for the highest price. Why are we so surprised, right? It's not the content. It's the money that drives the decisions.
I know there's a lot put on content, and content is important. We've never downplayed how important content is. The big thing in the end is, even before the networks are coming in, it's a lot of luck. And you have to set levels at where you feel successful. Xavier and I don't want our channel to go. But that's what kills any haters, and that's what's fueled us through all of this stuff, is we're already successful, and that drives them absolutely crazy. We haven't hit 1 million subscribers. We haven't gotten $1 million from here. We haven't gotten 1 million views. But we are successful because we're content as we came in doing something we had not even planned to do. We like to feel that we added up the game when it came to going live, which was a completely new frontier. I mean, look at the interviews we've had with people. We've had Emmy Award-winning guests on here. We've done tons of things. We became a place where people come to find out stuff if they hear it from the bigger gurus, exactly how it's working. And we've even uncracked some stuff before they have. I mean, they can't, that's what they're not getting. That's what they'll never get in a million years. Look at the wheel. The wheel drives them crazy. All of them ones that are doing you're going to get rid of the wheel. Oh, you're not going to do the wheel. Yeah, even if we got really big, I would make a new channel with just the wheel, just to piss people off so it wouldn't go away.
Wheel is our thing.
Yep.
You notice that?
Yep.
Wheel is our thing.
I love it. That was thinking outside the box at a time when there was a need for something between two very divided sides. And that's where jealousy comes out of. We're very proud of that. So I consider us successful. And that's not gloating and throwing anybody's face. That's something that only Xenia and I can have. We can't even get that from you guys. We appreciate everything you guys do, and you guys fuel us to keep going. But a satisfaction and pride has to be from within. And nobody can take that away. And that's what drives it so crazy. And that's the whole thing they tried to do. And it's only made us more successful. Because we've gone through it. And like I say, with everything going on that's been thrown just the last 2 months alone, forget before. Still, okay, the wheel used to get 150, and now there's 70 into it 80. Well, look at some of the big live streams, what they're getting right now. I think it's going pretty good. Through all the botting and everything else, YouTube recommending less, yellow coin, you name it, and we're still here. We still get people. They can't keep it at nil, even though they tried to knock the numbers to zero. You guys are not holograms. You're actually here. And that's what's so important, is to take pride in your own success. That's why most of them channels were here nothing more than money at the beginning. There was nothing to offer. Go on, some kind of antic, and let's get them super chats rolling in. That's why I was so angry when it came to everybody jumping on the membership board. I still stand by that. It's okay. It's not that we care. We got our memberships earlier than we were supposed to as well, if anybody's doing the math. It was supposed to only be at 30,000 unless you're a gaming channel. The thing was, it just felt it was going the way of the super chats, and not feels like it was. Just because a number's offered doesn't mean it needs to be taken. And you're just taking something and giving it a ridiculous value. That's just another way of saying what I'm here for. Money, money, money. I have no issues with anybody making money on YouTube. Xenia and I, for ourselves, we work hard. We're pushing our memberships and all that stuff. Of course we are. But we want to give something that's just, it's the point of just not wanting, give me money. Give me money. I'm here. Give me money. Give me money. I'm here, aren't I? I did take the time to go and hit the go live button. I'm standing here in front of you. I did this, so give me money. That's what I've always had a problem with. It's the days of the steak salesman in the western town. Step right up. Step right up. This tonic will fill you up. This will do the trick. Hey there, kid. You want to stand taller? Hey there, woman. You want to look prettier? Well, I got the right one for you. That's all it's been. That's all it's been. So... So, it's okay to make money. It just doesn't need to be gouging, and it doesn't need to be backed on jealousy and all this stupidity that goes on here. It really, really doesn't have to. That's just the sad part of what YouTube created. And we're all living into it right now. And I feel bad because there's a lot of great channels that can't get out from the reeds because that stuff is choking off the water in the lake for them. I've said it before. I say it time and time again. That's why I've always believed paying on YouTube to be on YouTube would be a great deterrent. Something high enough that people would actually have to do it. Not put them in hawk. But it would have to be some sort of a commitment the same as a real business. Whereas YouTube right now is kind of like, well, here's a mall with 400 stores. Everybody take a store. Do what you can for 3 months. Most of the stores would be out of business. Even if it was given to them free, there's nothing into it. There's no drive into it. And it thin it out. The same as monetization was set way too low. And this is, I said this back before we were even monetized. It was set too low. And that was the problem. Too many came into it. Now, there's some of them, if it was in a normal playing field with normal people, it would be fine. But you get too many that came in here that with just the promise of, listen, get a live stream together, get it together fast, because once you get monetized, you're going to be rich. You're going to be live stream rich. And they all came a-flocking, and they all came a-talking, and they all came a-doing. And it just became like AM radio in the busiest city in the States, where you can't even move the dial a knob without 500 channels cutting through one after the other. You can't even hear them talk. And some really great channels I see, and that's really hard to watch, are getting lost in those reads. because there's so much to compete with. But nonetheless, I digress. We are where we are. And I can't give any bigger piece of advice than just keep doing something that's not been done. Keep looking through the cracks and saying what hasn't been done yet. Don't worry about what got Bobby or Sarah or Amy or Tom popular last week. Look for what's missing in there and run with that. Regardless of all the bots and haters, glad to see you guys are still pushing through and staying positive. And we are staying positive, and I appreciate that, the trips, because your channel has known us for a while, and we get it, like, you know, and we talk about it, and sometimes we laugh at it, sometimes we get fed up with it. We appreciate you guys understanding through it. We're only human as well. Of course, we don't want to be bothered. In the end, I don't want to be bothered with it. If I was only to get 20 people in here tonight, and it was all legitimate, and not with bots, and not playing around, and the algorithm screwing up the way it is right now, I can work with that. Because we can sit there and say, this stunk tonight and we're not doing this again. Or we got to change this. Or we went too long or too short. What it is when somebody's screwing with it, how do you change it? What part is, what's real, what's not? You can't even differentiate. So you can, but it's a lot harder, let's just say. Wiley Intrepid Sailing, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. And we appreciate it so much. There's another fantastic channel, Tumble Getting Lost in the Reeds.
Yep.
Widely Intrepid Sailing is a channel that easily should have 100,000 subscribers. They're more than set for it. Easily more than set for it. But every night they release a video, there's a ton of live streams out where, that for 2 hours. And that gets recommended before they put up a video that they spent 3 days filming on a boat, putting together all that stuff. That's a fantastic example of a channel that could go right to the roof if just enough people could see it. Miss Green Thumb, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome here to Bearded Reality. Welcome here. A great skits channel.
Oh, that's so
lots
cool.
of laughs, yeah. And the comment was that it depends on the niche, you know, the success of the channel. Yes and no. You see, there's a lot of moving parts on YouTube, and yes, niche is one of them, and yes, content in another one. But then there's lots of other things like meta, like luck, like who is there, you know, sharing you out, like what time did you post it, what YouTube thinks of it. Is it yellow coin? Is it not yellow coin? Did you manage to put on trend, but not too much on trend, because otherwise somebody else is going to be already taking it. There are so many moving pieces that is really there. That's why there is no like the formula 100%, you know, because there are so many moving pieces. It's not just depending on a niche, but of course some niches have their roofs where, you know, that's as high as they possibly could go, and then other ones can go higher because of the type of content they're creating. Obviously in that moment, yes, you know, a channel that is helping YouTubers is not going to be at 100 million because there's just not 100 million YouTube channels. So your roof is going to be the channel creator amount. You know, you can't compare it to a beauty channel or a gaming channel, let's say.
Dezombify, we were thinking of going a little risque, Pusa Studios. We do a lot of tongue-in-cheek jokes, so why not do it with our emojis? Within reason, of course. And that's the thing, YouTube is going to be checking them anyways, so if they're good with them and that, you're good to go. I've been playing on to it. That's the way you are. That represents you. That's what it should be. It should be stuff that represents your channel. We're all here under a brand, and some people have been asking more about brands lately. Everything we do here is for our brand. Now, you notice we've been changing over our brand, going more away from Pusa Studios and pushing more Pusa Live. It's a transitional period as well for that. We feel it better represents us because that's not what we originally came on to do. It was for our video and photography. But we take our brands very seriously, and I love when people put thought into their stuff like that. I've seen so many people just stamp out these not even go to the trouble to make their own emojis. Just right away, bang, 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 bang. I got to get this out. I got to get it out. Oh my God, we got memberships. We can't even let them sit. We had ours at Christmas holidays. We found out we got memberships. We only launched them February 22nd, and even then we were still second guessing the second package because and rightfully so, then came the world crisis that we're into. It doesn't, just because something's there doesn't mean it needs to be taken to the max. Just because there's a $99 value or $49 or $79, it needs to be used. Sometimes that's working way more against you than helping you, is the main message into all of it. Thanks very much. This means a lot. We just got back from the Bahamas, and we are in Florida and now Trying to rebuild our engine on our boat, hoping this virus is going to blow over sooner than later. Please be safe out there. Wily Intrepid Sailing. And I really mean it. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. You guys actually have an absolutely fantastic channel. Now, is he going on with that brandy again?
Yeah, it's a swear word here.
Yeah. Oh, my God almighty. Welcome, Judy.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Judy joined us just not so long ago. I think just this week.
I was gonna say.
Judy K. Marlene, thank you so much for joining us. You just got ranched up.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you aboard. Thank you so much. And like I say, folks, Tech Talk Tuesday is now no more. And it's a show that's going to be announced probably in the morning. It is a show that's very dear to us. And I think it's going to be a great addition to our members package and that. And it's open to both, whether it's Wrenched Up or Wrenched Up Plus. So thank you so much, Judy. There we go. Let's get you up there. Sorry it took a second. A big shout out to Judy K. Martini, folks, for becoming our latest member. Welcome aboard. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. There we go. I just moved the wrong window. There we are.
Congratulations and thank you so much. Yeah, we're going to come the Tuesday Tech Talk. That is not Tuesday Tech Talk anymore. We're going to probably have to brainstorm that one on our first live stream with our memberships owners. But lots of tips and questions. You had a little bit of that taste yesterday at the end of the live stream. We had a little bit of a question answer kinda, and that's what we're going to be doing on our members only live streams as well, starting this week. Finally, so excited. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Judy. And yes, refresh the screen so you can get access to all those custom emojis there down below. Check it out. Also, community posts and Facebook group. I'm going to be posting the link to our private members only Facebook group in our community posts as well. So you can join there and have a conversation, ask questions. Some people have been posting A/B questions about their thumbnails and so on as well, and some encouraging words to each other. So quite a good conversation going on there. So thank you so much. Thank you, Judy. I think you really will benefit it. Thank you.
Pleasure to have you aboard. And just refresh your browser so you get access to all the emojis. Just hit F5. I don't know if you're on your phone or tablet. Just refresh it with the old thumb, and you're good to go. Terrell's artwork. Terrell. Now we're talking tonight about channels. Have been with us a long time. Terrell's artwork channel, who you see in the chat, just came in. Terrell has been with us from the very, very beginning of our channel, especially our live streams, because Terrell's artwork channel is the very first wrench we ever had. And after 2 years, Terrell's artwork channel is still here. And I mean, if you couldn't, you were talking tonight about pushing on Terrell through trolls and all that stuff. There's an amazing example of somebody who just makes us want to keep on doing what we're doing. To have somebody with us that long, it's unbelievable. Great to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing fantastic. Terrell's artwork channel, folks. We really went off topic tonight, didn't we?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We but I think it kind of all implies into that, you know, the quality, the value, jumping off and on.
They didn't
the
like
ship.
that one. They didn't like us bringing up Terrell and Loyal and from a long time in that.
They didn't like Judy joining us.
Yeah, that's right. And they don't like us having memberships, the bot cam. Yeah, if you can see right there, the dip.
You know, the numbers are numbers, but that's not really what means the most. You guys are in the chat. We can see you, so you are there. And that's what means the most, besides any kind of numbers whatsoever. And we keep going and keep bringing you value, hopefully, for what we're doing here. And no matter if you are a member or not a member, we hope we bring you
it came up. I thought we were going to
value
need
for your money and
fireman
time.
to put it out or something like that.
And time, because time is also a value. You know, time watching live streams or any kind of content, that's also is a value that you give to us.
Crimes finds in the house. That's awesome. What if he turned out to be the most patient troll in the history of the world and you don't know it? We're still going to be here. We're still going to be going on. And we have some ideas in our head to kind of jumpstart things a little bit. So actually, we're going to be dealing with that pretty soon. And we might reach out to a couple of people. Risky, how are you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Grinds Finds is another channel that's actually doing beyond fantastic.
Yes.
And he's gotten accused now, some people, jealous once again, that he has bought his way up there. Well, I guess nobody's ever gone into one of his premieres or seen anything like that before. pile of interaction I would find for something like that myself. Maybe my math is off, but anyways, you have a premiere and you have like 900 people talking into it. That should say volumes right there. And there literally is tons of people talking. It's not stagnant.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah, well, it's like not watching Storage Wars, but better. But better. And being able to chat about it.
And you know what? Right there's another example that always pissed off the ones that are trolling us tonight. Is channels like Grimes Finds comes in here at 65. They cannot understand why they would want to be seen with us. The salon guy, 670,000 subscribers. Why would he ever go on to Pusa Studios? They hated the wheel because they tried bad versions of stuff before it never worked. That did work with us. And you know what? One of them said to me one time, well, what do they think of the wheel? You know what? Actually, they think it was pretty clever. And they hate that answer. But it is what it is. You know, that's the thing. Like in the people that we've had as guests and stuff like that, they couldn't understand why they came on. Well, they chose to. I don't remember us ever telling them they had to walk the plank to be here. And some of them are still really good, close with today, like Doug Tenaple, creator of Earthworm Jim, SpongeBob, executive producer in SpongeBob SquarePants Christmas. I mean, this guy's pitched stuff to Steven Spielberg. Sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied. You know, they still like what we do. They still cheer us on. All those things matter, folks. All those things, that's where we feel our victories are, not in what a couple of lame-ass trolls think. So pray all those people to be in here. I lose 60K a month. I lost 60K a month to get that.
Yeah, he's paying 60K to everybody to come in every.
That's expensive.
Stream. Yeah.
We'll have to have we'll have to have a pool for you. Unbelievable people would say something so stupid, but you got a super chat at hand.
Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much, straight up slots. Thank you so much, clicking that like button, sharing it out. Thank you so much, straight up slots. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Do appreciate it. Thank you so very much for that, straight up slots. Hope you're doing fantastic. I didn't say startup, but I will. You know how I go. I do it my times. It takes me a year to get a name straight. But thank you so very much. And Outdoors Gal, you just head on over to our page, and there's a join button right beside. It will be right beside the subscribe button. You'll not see these blues and all that. And you just click on the join button, and that'll give you the two packages. They're in Canadian dollars here, but $4.99. You're Canadian, so okay, I'll leave it on that one. It's $4.99 Canadian or $4.99 US. And the other package is $10.99 or $7.99 US. And you just find the one that you want. You click the join button and you'll be good to go.
Definitely. Thank you so much for considering, by the way.
That's so kind of you. Thank you.
Bearded Reality, definitely collaborations work for sure. And, we have done interviews for 2 seasons before. If you look over our homepage, you're going to see some of the featured interviews. And that's also a part of collaboration. Interview with another creator or a celebrity is a way of collaboration as well. And it definitely has
Grimes Finds is a great example of that.
Yes, exactly.
He's a lot of his growth. He's done some amazing collaborations that's really helped him. And he's done great ones that suited his channel and worked for him. Now, you're going to have some people going at you right away. We get it all the time. Oh, let's collaborate. It's got to be something that benefits both channels. And remember that when you do collaborations, to always make sure it's in the interest of your channel. It's not one-sided. There's lots of great ones. And like I said, Grimes Finds is a shining example of doing the right ones. And it doesn't mean they need to be all 500,000 subscriber channels. That's not what I mean. Just some of them are ready to kind of grab onto you and then toss you away the moment it's done, or there's little or to no value of you doing it in the first place. So don't be shy to say I'm not interested this time, but thank you so much, that kind of thing. your channel always got to come first, and just make sure it's ones that are worth it, that are going to benefit you when it's all said and done.
Definitely. Hello to Chills TV. Space Galleria is back. Hello, good to see you. Hope you are well. Blue Phoenix Productions. Jinx.
That's right. How are you doing?
Good to see you. Where is the red button? Red button is subscribe button. That is not red, hopefully, if you're watching us.
Chills TV, we're doing good, and hope you are as well. We were bot gazing tonight.
Yes, that's what you can call it.
Yeah,
bot gazing. I should get binoculars next time.
That's right.
We should all watch that.
Yeah, I know, Mrs. Green Thumb, you do understand that. Yeah. You sure do. God love you. I know.
Uh,
Yeah, I get a lot of people that they want to work with me, go exploring, etc. However, I know no value sometimes too young or personalities don't match, etc. Exactly, and it's not a bad thing. It's just knowing your channel and what will be a benefit for you. Best thing I did was become one of you.
Yeah, push it back. You guys are so amazing. Jim Apple, how are you doing?
Hey Jim, how are you? Jim is now we always tease Jim. Jim is a shining example of always giving a channel a chance. When Jim came in here, he was not a nasty troll. What's going on tonight? I want to separate it off the bat. He was an aggravator.
Yes.
He was an aggravator. He was like a Dennis the Menace of YouTube. And right away, instinct most times would be like, okay, get him out, because we do have a low tolerance. But when stuff like that, sometimes giving people a chance is the greatest thing ever. And you know what? We're very lucky to have Jim Apple with us today. Jim Apple has become such a great part of our channel. And he's just a great guy. I mean, we feel like, if we had it just brushed on, we would never have the chance to get to know him.
Exactly.
If somebody comes in with hate, with disgusting behavior that's not, there's some things you can let go and some things you can't. If it's something like that, I don't even want to change them. Just go find somewhere else to be a piece of trash. Enjoy your life. I'll enjoy mine. But if somebody comes in and they're like, kind of, I got you, or they fool around, but you got to balance it a little bit between giving somebody a chance, because they might have just came out of 3 live streams. That's all they've been on since they've been on here. That goes like that, and give them a chance to see there's a different way. The same as the wheel. We've always. If the wheel, some people say, oh, it's just sub for sub, it's just networking. Yeah, right. Well, it wasn't very good networking or sub for sub if all you do is shout out like 8 channels in 3 hours. It's exactly what we did. Oh my God, Judy.
Judy, thank you. Judy just joined our membership just now, and now just upgraded to Wrenched Up Plus. Well, thank you so much.
My God, thank you so much. I still have your name up here. There you are. Brought you up for Wrenched Up, and now you're Wrenched Up Plus. And since a lot of this stuff hasn't happened since the last time we covered that topic. That gets us a few deep inside. It's hard on them, and I understand that, and my heart goes out. Je t'aime. There you go. My heart goes out, and then some. Thank you so much, Judy. We do appreciate it. Thank you so very much for that. Amazing. I've already upgraded. That's awesome. Great day to you, Pusa. Jackson, RC Aviation. How you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Folks, the best way to fight the bot stuff we were talking about tonight, if you guys can, is hitting the like button. If you can let it known on your social medias, tweeting it out, it just gets a rush of new people coming in. And if you have some friends you think that really like what we do, if you can take the time to talk to them or stuff like that and let them know to come over, they can only hold the gates back so much. And that helps us get everything kickstarted again. And you guys know a lot of people. Like right now there's 50 in here. Everybody was to find 3 people. That's 150 people. That's how quickly it is. It's not like you got to find 48 or 150 or anything crazy. But if you have 3 people you think we really like what we do, we'd love to meet them. You think they'll benefit from what we do? We don't do guilt. We don't do charity things in here. We don't all that stuff. I want people to watch. I want people to give when they see benefit in what we do. Because otherwise, it's just a disaster waiting to happen. That's the simple matter. We want you guys to get your benefit out of it, and if it's worthwhile to you, then please do. It really helps. Thank you so much, Judy. That was really, really amazing of you. Thank you. We really do appreciate the support. I hit the like button. My friend enjoyed his first experience in a live chat here. I have to bail, guys.
Oh, no worries. And thank you so much for bringing your friend here, Outdoorsy Girl. Thank you so much, guys. You get a special shout out if you bring the friend. A special shout out to Outdoorsy Girl. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Really do appreciate it. I'm glad your friend had a great time. Thank you so much for coming. Sorry, tonight was a little bit off the kilter a bit, but nonetheless, you guys are awesome. It's no way on your side. We apologize for it. Have a good night. Great conversation as usual. Bye, everyone in the chat. The trips. You take care of yourself. You stay awesome. Always such a pleasure to have you in here.
Hey, Bronchi Utisil. Hello. How are you? Oh, yes, it's all good. You Bronchi Utisil. Good to see you here as well.
And Father versus Son 101, by the way. How are you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. So yes, folks, anybody who hasn't hit the like button, just take a second to hit it. It makes a world of difference. It really does help out immensely.
And please check down below the watch next videos about the previous topic we talked about, these live streaming jumpers. And also, does it actually benefit your channel if you want to do live streams or not?
Oh my God, Pixelpia, you are so crazy. you stop doing that? You have so much on your plate as it is.
Please, honey.
You
Fix
already spoil.
Sophia.
You already spoil us, and we appreciate everything you do for us. Don't get us wrong, but you got a lot on your plate right now, sweetie. We're good. We're good. Thank you, though. No, I mean no good. No, all that craziness. We're good.
Oh my goodness.
There she is. That was a. By the way, I wasn't saying anything really graphic.
Pixelpia, you should stop. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super
You have
chat,
to
super
do
sticker, super
that,
chat, super
sweetie.
sticker, super chat. Thank you so much, Pixelpia. Lifelong learning. Thank you so much for the super sticker, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mike Van Duzy. Have a great night. Thank you so much, Pixel P, once again. And the bots are not happy that those super chats came in once again. They had a sad dip face. Aw.
We have, did I just notice only Jackson RC Aviation? What happened? Did I just say hi? I don't know.
I said hi about a couple minutes ago.
Oh, okay. At least I don't feel as bad. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And Grant McIntosh is in here again. Definitely not equal on the clapping to the ear covering, and same with Johnny Pockney, so we know where they both stand. It's official. It's official.
Mark Sidebottom, thank you so much for joining us back today as well. Good night. Judy, thank you so much for joining us. If you can click that like button and share with somebody that you think might benefit from it, we do appreciate as well.
You know what, when it's said and done about the botting, it's not even a bad thing because it makes me realize just how much of a bullet we dodged last year.
Mm-hmm.
Reinforced it 10 times over. You can put a smile on your face, but it doesn't make you saints. That's right. All right, folks. I'm here flying Jackson RC Aviation. I like that. I like that a lot. I really like that. That is pretty cool. And Farmall is lurking. He's got the big eyes. He's got the big eyes. Oh my God, you guys are absolutely awesome. We were on. Oh, they just took another one out. They just took another one out. They're munching. Still dodged the bullet.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
If you're a member of this chat, we're going to be announcing today. We're going to put out, I hope today or by tomorrow, we're going to put the link out for the Tuesday Tech Talk. That is not Tuesday Tech Talk anymore, for members only. We're going to figure out and maybe brainstorm some different versions of the name that we can come up with together for those live streams.
That's right, folks. That's right. So if you're not a member yet, that'll be up tomorrow. It's not too late, and we don't have to be on to do it, of course. Just head on over and check it out on our homepage right there. Just click the join button. We'd love to have you aboard. And remember, every time you join a Pusa Studios, you become a Pusa Studios member, a troll gets his wings. Oh, they really didn't like that one. Oh, they didn't like that one. Oh, mommy's boy.
Nobody was here.
Oh, mommy's boy. Sorry.
Oh, my God.
There you go. That's right, Johnny Pockney. Pushabot. Yes, everybody, all the members. Pushabot. 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 There you go. That's right, Pushabot.
And bronchiodistal, we talked about that just a couple minutes ago, but yeah, it's basically people who doesn't like what we're doing, so they are trying to destroy the channel.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Yes,
Flatlined.
flatlined.
Just like their channels. Alrighty, folks, that's right. Hey, it's a little bit of back and forth, you know. Oh, but Pixel P is bringing out the troll hammer. There you go, Pixel P. Whack 'em hard. And so is Welsh Witch Girl UK. There you go. Hammer them. Very nice, very nice.
Another chunk.
Yeah. Oh, they didn't like the hammer. Oh. You guys didn't hit the hammer on the and flatline it, did you? You got to hit the trolls, not the line, not the line. They're so stupid. Oh my God, these guys are idiots. Oh man, it's been actually a lot of fun tonight. A lot more fun than I was expecting, to be perfectly honest.
Quite surprising.
Yep.
Slapping
beavers. That's
yes,
right,
exactly.
Marcus. That is so true. There you go. Slapping beavers is the way it goes. Oh, that's so annoying. Thank you for explaining. No problem. And like you say, we keep it up there for you guys as personal entertainment. They don't like to be seen. See, that's what's happening. They used to do it, but they didn't like being called out onto it. So now it's up and you can just watch it happen real time with us. So there you go.
And you can rewatch it in all of our live streams.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always there.
Like I say, folks, you know, To the rest of you that have common sense in your heads, don't let YouTube ever get to you to the point you become something like that. If it gets too much, take a break from it. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Come back with a better perspective. And if it ever becomes too much, remember, real life is so much more important than this stupidity. Real life always comes first. Don't come here expecting to get rich, stake a claim, and all that stuff. We never did. You know, we said it for a long time ago. If we get to the point it's keeping us from doing some bad photo shoots when it's really cold in the winter, it's already successful. And guess what? We got to turn down some photo shoots in the cold. So
And avoid some breadzillas.
yeah. So it's already successful. Find your success in what you do. Remember, it's not based on the number you got or how far you get on here. It's in the quality of how you feel, the satisfaction of the job when it's done, and what you've brought to the table. Don't worry about what other people have done. Don't be a photocopier. Be the document. Always remember that. There's so much that we can do on here that is original. Even though it feels like nothing it can be done that's original anymore, there's people coming up with them every day. Be part of that. Don't look for what's been done. Look in between the cracks where you can fit in. So that's the biggest part. Always remember. Andrew, why did YouTube take the looking at another channel in a stream? Oh my God, we even did videos on all that. That was to curb sub for sub. They talked about it months ago. When they took it away the other week, they didn't announce why, but they do want to curb down on sub for sub, and it's a bit annoying, yes, but you know what? It's just the reality of what YouTube is looking for more out of channels. It's a lot easier to bust a channel for putting a bunch of links into it versus them being able to go externally and go checking. So
Yeah, and it definitely takes longer time, and I believe on mobile it's even more annoying and frustrating because you can't just jump it. But you can try and save the channels on a separate note and check them out later on if that's what you're looking for. But it's definitely curves that sub for sub culture, which doesn't really benefit us anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's what it is. That's what I say. And they say that you should be judging people by their behavior in the chat and not their previous history. So therefore, it doesn't matter what do they have on their content.
Anyway, guys, love yous all. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye now.